my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, Mbolo, Mbolwani, my dear people, this is your queen, Ngningone II of the name, 17th generation crown queen of the Fangs and of the beautiful and amazing diasporan Africans. All right, my dear people, welcome to Nubia, the path to return, the home of the African royals. Now, if you're watching me for the first time, hello, my name is Ngningone II, and I'm the host here at Nubia, the path to return. My beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, welcome to episode 2 of Thought Provoking. So what is episode 2 about? We are not going to make it about should our women leave our men. No. I already answered to that question. Episode 2 of Thought Provoking is about why are African women or Black women so angry. All right, so welcome. To my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, let's gather around this fire today. Last week, I addressed our daughters' grievances. So your brothers were in my frying pan. Now guess what, my beautiful children? Who's coming on the frying pan today? Our daughters, okay? You have to keep the bosses for last. So my dear daughters, today we are going to address your brothers' grievances. All right, so come on and gather around this fire. Let's have an African conversation. Let's mind our African business. Okay, my beautiful daughters, please come forward, front row, all of you, and the queens and the crazies and the witches, all of you, all of our children out there, all of our daughters, come on, let's have this African conversation. By the way, those of you who call yourself Black, you don't want to deal with the fact that you are African, but and yet your lives are reflecting African problems. I think it'd be a good idea not to skip this video, not to click on report it, because they're very heavy on shadow banning me, these girls. And I know exactly who they are. All that usual thing you do and you don't get tired. And for the super jealous one, the ones who are just out there setting our people on fire for no reason. And our Jezebel and our queens and our high priestess, all of you, our daughters, come on. I have a message for you. So according to my observation, there's 3 major hurdles crippling us. And yes, I include myself, because if a good majority of us is dysfunctional, through the lower one, all of us are. Don't feel bad, all of us. If our babies are dysfunctional, us, the mommies, we are dysfunctional. So let's come and talk about our dysfunction, okay? The African way. So my beautiful and amazing daughters, today we are going to have a little powwow. According to my observation, there's 3 major hurdles since the fall of our people that has been crippling us the most. And I will get to the root cause of them. What I have observed that is going on between the African modern woman and the African modern man, where we are clashing, what I have observed that is an hindrance to the modern African woman is, number 1, her jealous nature, our excessive, stupid jealousy. Why are we naturally jealous? Because we came from polygamous homes. You already know the story, what our father did and how our mothers waged war in there. So there were rules that our mothers broke. The rules of the polygamy is when you marry into polygamy, your sister wife is like your sister and her children are like your children. But what did our moms went there and do? Our fathers were no longer following the rule, which was to consult the first queen. Hey, can I bring another one? Yes, no. If yes, okay, who is she? The queen gets to choose whomever she feels comfortable bringing around her. Our fathers, they cut the big head. At some point, they started brushing off on the ancestral tradition. And our mothers, they swore to ruin them. They started waging war with every woman they brought in the palace that they didn't welcome. They didn't give the blessing for. And in that madness, they had a multitude of kids, who they raised in complete rivalry. So we have generation and generation of generations of people who raise their children in complete rivalry. Yes, my beautiful and amazing children, needless to say, is that deep-rooted polygamous jealousy that our mothers passed down onto us. So while they were having us, while they were nurturing their pregnancies, they were in there mourning, fighting, being jealous, and everything. And now that we know our emotions, our fears, our joys, our everything, when you do it so much, it takes root into your DNA. It becomes part of your DNA. And now you can transfer these characteristics to the children you bring into this world. So you see, that's why you would find blood sisters, sisters of the same father, or sisters of the same mother, hating each other. So it went in our DNA to just be jealous, to treat a friend. Someone comes and blesses us with an amazing friendship, treat them like they're a rival, like they have already offended us. We start competing with them and crazy. Yeah, because we covered in a previous video that the spirit of jealousy, it's a murderous spirit. Once the devil takes root in you, in your DNA, you can now pass it down to your children, and now it's there. Even your own children you gave birth can turn around and hate each other like sworn enemy. It's a killer, my people. We have to get rid of it. But I have to say this, slavery made it worse, because during slavery and colonization, they had a playbook they put into execution to ensure that we turn against each other, we spy on each other and report everything to them, that we hate each other and love them. So I can only say that slavery added to our already jealous nature, okay? Okay, my beautiful children, I won't just point out what is wrong with us today. What I'm going to do is get into the root cause. Because if we're speaking of healing, we have to get to the root cause of our disease, all right, or ailment, or whatever we're suffering from. Number 2 hurdle, another killer of us, okay, as Black women, is our disrespectful nature. Yes, I said disrespectful nature because it has become part of our nature. Our women no longer carry themselves with weight. They have become very disrespectful. Yes, the modern African woman today is so disrespectful, it's scary. Now, when it comes to the root cause of our disrespectful nature, our women have become disrespectful, especially after the fall of our people. Because before the fall of our people, we were very classy, very sophisticated kind of people. Yes, did we fight? Yes. Did we disagree? Yes, but we were not flat out disrespectful as we are known today. Okay? And the root cause of that is because our women have been rebelling against the new status quo. Our ancestors, when they came in contact with the European and the Greek and all these people, they kind of rub off their mentality, their views of life on our ancestors. They brought the patriarchy to our ancestors. Our ancestors were never patriarchy.
Africans who are married, between men and women, who is the head of the family? The European Bible in Genesis chapter 2 verse 7 and Genesis chapter 2 verse 18 will tell you that the man was created first, and then the woman was created to help and support the man. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 23 will tell you that the man is the head of the family while the woman is the neck. The European zodiac will also tell you that Aries, the human head, is male, while Taurus, the human neck, is female, all pushing the patriarchal agenda that the woman is the help and the support in the life of a man, while the man is the head and the control in the world. Cross over to the African spirituality, however, and you are taught that Isis or Aset is the head Isis or Aset is female, and Isis or Aset represents motherhood, while Osiris is the neck. Osiris is male, and Osiris is the support system and the help to Isis, the motherhood. In African spirituality, women protect men in the spirit realm by going to the moon every month, while men protect women in the physical realm by following the cycle of the sun every day. In African spirituality, the woman is the head, while the man is the neck. The neck is made up of 7 different bones. Each bone represents the 7 days of the week, which symbolize the male cycle that he uses to harvest abundance in order to support and help his woman and motherhood in general. Women, on the other hand, function by the monthly cycle of the moon, not the daily cycle of the sun. So naturally, women have no capacity to support. And any woman that dares to function by the daily cycle of the sun is bound to burn out and suffer from multiple menstrual issues, infertility problems, and hormonal imbalances. The European Bible and the European zodiac is based on the upside down philosophy that was invented to trick women to be men in order for the transgenders to take their spot by attempting to go to the moon the way women go to the moon every month.
Ancient Kemet. It's funny when some of you go around, they call some people Kemite. We are all Kemet, okay? We all originated from Kemet. Every sub-Saharan Africa is a Kemite. Sorry to bust your bobo, but that's the truth. So in ancient Kemet, it was known as Set, the one the Greek renamed Isis. She's the head. And Osiris is the neck. As we know, the neck can't do anything without the command of the head. So back in ancient Kemet, we were revered as the goddess we truly are, because it was acknowledged that we are the host of the portal that brings soul into this realm, and the portal which allow the man, the Bantu man, the African man, to connect to his creative source. We host that portal. We bring forth, we give life. We're the first teacher, we're the first nurses, we're the first psychologists, we're the first everything. Osiris, he was murdered by his brother. Who put him back together? Who glued back his pieces together? Mama Aset did. Okay, Mama Ndombe, she did. She put him back together. Who brought the other one to life? You found us again. So you see, so with the influence of these foreigners, they tainted the minds of our forefathers, and our forefathers gradually started taking power away from us, gradually started hiding us instead of having us at the forefront of everything. You see the amazing civilization they built in ancient Egypt when they knew what was what, when they knew their place around us, when they didn't stress us out, when they didn't enslave us, when they didn't do none of these things they're doing today. They were gods on earth. So they push us out of our thrones, and ever since, our women have become rebellious. And even since slavery and colonization, we have become flat out disrespectful after all the abuse we were subjected to. We're not disrespectful as women where we come from, but our generations, both here and on the continent, women have become very disrespectful, very arrogant, very out of touch with their feminine side. We are survival of slavery. The Black woman, the African woman was constantly under attack, because you have to understand that you being the temple you are to your man, you're going to be the first one they seek to destroy. You are the teachers. You are the one who bring them about. So if they mess you up, and know that no king gonna come through you because you messed up already. So you have to understand all that. So our women have become very disrespectful. It's true that we have a very rebel nature, but and yet we were not disrespectful. Back in the days, we were not. But we have become unfortunately, very disrespectful to the fellow women, very disrespectful toward our children. That's why we have adults super disrespectful, because they were raised by disrespectful parents. Okay, we are the product of our environment, plus our DNA, all that mixed up. We have become extremely disrespectful. We don't respect what other women try to build. We feel that because we have a set of breasts, you think you're equal to a woman who's your mother age. Disrespect, extremely disrespectful. So this is why you are angry, my daughters, because your spirit tells you that you are more than what they are making you believe about you, talking about you have to submit. You have to submit to someone you brought about. This is what bothers your spirit. That's why you're a rebel, because you know you hold it all. You're the owner of all. In the land of our ancestors, the earth is feminine in its nature. When a man or woman dies, when you bury them, they don't take any of their cars, their money, their jewelry, none of that. It goes back to the owner. It stays back on earth. It goes back to the earth. This is why you feel cheated, that you're the one holding all the power. The man only holds the physical power. The neck is that muscle that allows us to move our head. Or other than that, it's gonna just be stiff. But the neck can't do that until the brain gives the order to do that. So you're the mastermind behind the black man's success. And now they're telling you, this dirty European came and told them, no, where we come from, we run the show. And our forefathers, many of them fell into it. They started gradually changing things. The priesthood was always run by women. They're the one who have that connection with the divine. They're the one who are intuitive, the most and everything. They started putting them in the back burner and bringing male priests and everything. They corrupted the order of things that Tata Zambe gave them. That's why we fell. So now you are angry. That's why you're disrespectful. That's why you act like our daughters say here, you don't give a shit. Yes, that's why. Because you're angry. The status quo, the bending, the do this, the reducing, what you give as a blessing, now they're taking by force and even make you believe that you must, no matter how angry you are, they have reduced you into a slave and you're not happy about that. That's why you're angry. That's why many of you are like, okay, I will choose celibacy before I could grace them with my treasures. They don't understand how you feel. Okay? That's why you are disrespectful.
Have you ever wondered why the witches were the first ones to get banned during the onset of slavery and colonization? And if you are a woman, I'm sure you've also wondered why patriarchy hates women so much, why most religions treat women with disrespect, and why all politics exclude women from leadership. Well, there's a reason for all of that. By now, I'm sure we all know that the Bible is made up of different ancient mythologies, which are basically droplets of truth that were combined together to make one big ocean of lies. In the Bible, we are told that God created two people, and I want you to not give these two people gender yet. One was created first, and the reason was because they were God's co-creator, meaning they would help God create. Then the second one was created to be a companion and to toil the lands in order to provide, so God's co-creators would have an easy time co-creating. The one who was to toil the lands was given muscles for the physical lands, and the one who was to help God co-create was given muscles for the spiritual realm. One was made to be very strong on land, while the other one was made to be very strong in the spiritual realm. Men are very physically strong in the exact same way that women are very spiritually strong. The way a woman would never fight a man, it would seem unfair in the physical reality, is the exact same way a man would never go against a woman in the spiritual reality. So the reason why witches, which were just normal women, were banned was because in order for you to invade a premises, you must first seize and completely disarm the watchmen and the surveillance unit. Because in order to enslave the world, one must first enslave women and set the system in a way that keeps them enslaved for centuries. all systems of oppression are connected. Do you know why we have surnames? And would you believe me if I told you that surnames were a colonial construct invented to uphold patriarchy? You see, a lot of ancient African civilizations were specifically matriarchal, not because they were stupid, but because Africans lived side by side with nature. And what does nature say about lineage? Nature says that lineage is exclusively maternal. It is only through your mother's side that you can track your legacy, because the male mitochondrial DNA that is present in the tail of the sperm does not get inherited or passed on from parents to offspring. We all know when fertilization occurs, when the sperm's head enters the ovum, the tail gets chopped off. Inheriting your father's name is totally and absolutely pointless as far as legacy is concerned. So in real sense and biologically speaking, men have zero say in what a legacy looks like. So I wonder why they want to have a say in abortion.
We give life to him, we raise him, we establish him on earth. Because I mean, thinking of it, without us, nobody will remember him. You know, people who don't have children, unless they achieve something major, they were a celebrity, then archives gonna have him in remembrance because of what he did. But regular citizens who die, they don't have kids, they are forgotten. So you establish him on earth, you plant his tree. So the female child is like, we do all this for him, but and yet he's the boss of us. So this is where they start rebelling. My grandfather tell me that we start showing these signs of being rebels from the time we're little. So that's why we are so daring. That's why we love to challenge the established authority, because we feel somehow cheated. But at the same time, what we need to understand is that we are people of the Mahat, people of balance. The Creator couldn't have created a balanced world, giving all this ability to the woman and not give any kind of authority to man, okay? It was not going to be something fair. So by nature, we are daring, borderline disrespectful. You will observe a female child the minute she starts having her period and grow a little bit of breast, and derrière, she starts talking back to her mom. So we are taught that a female child is to be watched closely. She needs to be raised around wise women who caution her that just like you have your place in life, in creation, you are represented. So does he, okay? So that balance has to be taught, because by nature she would rebel. She will challenge authority because somehow, somewhere she feels cheated. She gives the right to rule. And how can she have somebody equal power or even above her? So she doesn't quite understand it. Remember, she's the moon and the men are the sun. So he rules during the day and we rule during the night.
Stéphane, les cerveaux d'État. Ok.
And number 3 is our women have completely lost touch with the spiritual being they are. So much so that they have become chronically promiscuous. Many of our daughters are, because they lost touch with the teachings of our foremothers. Everything that explains what sex is and why it's not to be taken lightly. Now, when it comes to the chronic promiscuity, even before I dive deep into that, I have to share a video for context. The guy will tell you who you are, the power you host, and who you represent to the group of people. And then maybe it will help you understand why, in terms of war, they will come for us first.
When a woman releases during sexual intercourse and she's making love to a man that she loves, and the man is also faithful to her, the kind of speed that comes from that man is beyond bounds. Listen to me, men. And this is one thing you don't understand. There are 4 waters in the body of a woman. The first water is when she releases. You people think it's spam. It's not spam, it's water in the realms of the spirit. Every time your woman releases or squirts, she's pouring on you what they call the rivers of prosperity, the rain of prosperity. Women are heavily endowed. That is why God puts things inside of women that man cannot understand. Every woman is a reproducer. She can reproduce you. You, that man, she can reproduce. She can give you a child that looks exactly like you. So that is somebody to fear. The second water in the woman's body is the tears on her eyes. Listen to me, child of God. Every woman, when she shed tears, now tears is divided into two. It's either the tears of pain or the tears of joy. Every man should make sure that his woman shares more tears of joy than tears of pain. Because listen to me, child of God, when your woman is always shedding tears of joy for you, forget it. Your success is unlimited. Even the demons in your father's compound, witchcraft, foundational powers cannot stop you, because the woman has a right over you. The woman has a command over you. The woman has a spiritual backing over you. She becomes a lord over you. This is one thing men don't understand. The Bible says a wise woman keeps her home. The Bible never said the home belongs to the man. He said a wise woman keeps her home. Our home. What is home? You are in part of the home. Yes, the man is the head of the woman, but the woman is the head of the home. The Bible says, treat your wives, I think 1 Peter 3:9, it said, treat your wives with wisdom. Men, treat your wife with wisdom so that your prayers might not be hindered. There is nothing that facilitates your success like when your woman shed tears of joy. Listen, something shifts in the realms of the spirit. Something moves in your favor when she's always excited. Your woman should look at you, and the tears that comes out of her eyes is the tears of joy. Another thing every man should understand, another tears in the body of a woman, and this one is very, very dangerous, is her lips, her mouth. Don't kiss a woman that is not happy with you. If your woman is not happy with you, don't kiss her. If your woman is not happy with you, don't kiss her. You see, the saliva from the mouth of a woman is authority. The saliva in the mouth of... Listen, Jezebel said to her husband, he said, my husband, if that garden does not belong to you by tomorrow, forget it. Jezebel looked at Elijah and he said to Elijah, if your head is not off your shoulder by tomorrow, I'm not Jezebel. Fear woman. Their words are authority. Their words are power. Their words are influenced by spirits. So when a woman kisses you, and the Bible says the power of life and death is in the tongue. Many people don't understand these things. They just think it's normal. No, sir. Women are spiritual. One more thing I will give you. Another water from a woman is her breast, especially the left breast. My God, that one gives you longevity. That one gives you long life. Why do you think when a baby is born, the baby sucks on the breast? The breast nurtures the child. The breast makes the child grow. It gives the child vitamins. Why do you think the breast is a place where the devil is attacking today? Look at most women today. Everybody is most women today are attacked by breast cancer. And I've made a research. If you will agree with me, if you're into medicine, if you're into the medical field, you understand that most times, most of the women with breast cancer are always from the left breast. Because the left breast signifies ownership. That's why you put a ring on the left hand of your woman. That's why when you see a ring on the left hand of a woman, you know she's married, she's taken. That left breast of a woman, when you suck it as a man, in fact, the more you suck it, the more life you give to yourself. You might think this is a joke, but this is spiritual secrets that many prophets and men of God will not tell you. Women are divine. Don't joke with women. If you want to succeed, let your woman be happy. To whom brain is given, sense is expected.
You go for the head to kill somebody. You go for the head. That's what you chop off to make sure he's gone. And we are the heads. That's why we get it the most. When they invade the land, they go first for the women. They start raping them one after another in front of our forefathers. They had to eat it. They had to chew that show because they know what the woman represents. If you have ravaged their temples, you have conquered that group of people. So now you understand why they had to reduce us below ground zero to defeat our men. So many of our daughters are indulging into the Western lifestyle. Modern African woman is bound. She wants to mimic what she learned from her Western mistresses, where the woman is reduced to basically an object of pleasure and entertainment and reproduction. That's it. They're feeding into that. They give it away as if nothing. It has become a big problem. Okay? So now that you know the power you host, you create it all for all of us, including the men, to enjoy you. That's why you get it the worst. They come for you first. Each time they conquer a land, they go first for the women. I saw a video today on TikTok where they were showing a flyer advertising a slave auction, how they used to refer to our women, a wench from royalties. So you have to understand that when you uphold that overly sexual behavior, okay, you are upholding our fall. You are maintaining us down. You are maintaining us below ground zero. So slavery made us promiscuous because we became a thing. And for the masters and for our men, at least in captivity, they did that nonsense. So an African man was groomed to just come and take and hit it. Produce baby slave for the slave master. He didn't have to care for these children. He didn't have to care for you. Nothing. So you see, the programming is in the cellular level, in the genetic level. It has taken root. It has taken a footprint into our children's DNA. So it's not a small thing to defeat. But you, the owner of them, you mold them into existence. You have the power not only to heal yourselves, but also to heal them. Can only fix something the manufacturer, right? If you have a Mercedes, you be full to take it to the local mechanics. You take them to what we call maison mère. Yes, maison mère, the mother's house. Yes, the manufacturer. That's where you take it to ensure that you're going to replace the right piece, the right part that needs replacing. You're going to shine, polish the rusty one. Only the mother can do it. So you hold the power to heal yourself and heal the men we give birth to. You have the power. But the jealousy we have among each other women is keeping us from utilizing that power in a very effective manner. We came from home jealous. Slavery made it worse, but we're going to beat it, okay? We came from home rebel, and slavery and colonization made us disrespectful. It got to go. We came from us royalty, dignified, and slavery has ravaged our bodies. They have exploited our bodies, that many of us accept the status quo and have become that valueless women who just distribute disease and spirits around. Because if you are out there like that, if you're not distributing disease, you're distributing demons. One way or another, you're killing us, you're destroying our people. So we will address all these, okay? Now that I've told you what is holding us back, us, our collective of African women worldwide, in another video, I will tell you what we should do to beat that gangrene, to destroy that cancer that has been eating us up. Because it's great time that we rise back on our thrones and be who the Creator created us to be, the mother of all. We get this thing started. We did. So what does it mean? When you're mother of all, you can't be jealous. You can't be disrespectful. You can't be a dirty woman, promiscuous. You can't do none of that. There's a standard you have to uphold. So in another video, we will discuss that more thoroughly. Okay, my beautiful daughters? Until then. So for now, peace in your homes, love in your hearts, and unity.